Hello, welcome back to Pokemon Sword. And this is the Galarian Star Tournament special of our show. And just get some Pokemon ready. So yes, this part will be final feedback, and because we've been through a lot the entire Pokemon journey, because it weren't just the main game, because halfway during the main game, the DLC was announced, so we've had a lot of stuff to do, so we couldn't give it the proper final feedback. Then saying that, will there be an expansion pass 3 and 4? Because they're still doing Pokemon Go, / Pokemon Home for Sword and Shield. So, I don't know yet. Is there any clarifications that this is the last expansion pass? Let me know in that. But, will there be an expansion pass 3, expansion pass 4? We don't know. But anyway, let's talk about the Galarian Star Tournament first. Basically, it's a unique tag team tournament with extra dialogue from the characters and that. As you can see, everyone is here. Covers me to the spiral and flame. Destiny's cause with the passion and flame. Catch a Torchic in the middle of the night. Search yourself with the unwaking dying light. Hey, Callum, so he called you here too, eh? You mean Lee? He didn't tell you anything? He was really busy. I was being really busy with my studies, so I actually turned Lee down at first, but well, that brother of mine don't give up easy. Oh, excuse me, am I interrupting your private little chat? Hey, you're Clara, right, from the Master Dojo? That's exactly right, you sweet little thing. I'm so happy you remember me, Hoppykins. Right. I've been working really hard on my team since you beat us all to the dust before. I did it. I finally became a gym leader. That's amazing! Feel free to keep heaping on praise and adoration. It's a really fantastic achievement. Even though our gym's still in the minor division. That's really amazing. I hope you keep working towards the major division. Hoppykins. Well, you can bet your bottom that I will be out in this event. Just you wait and see. See if you're all fired up for this thing. If everyone's taking this seriously, I don't want you to want till you lose. I'll knock you up nice and cold. Alright, everyone, sorry to keep you waiting. First things first, I'd like to say a quick thank you to all of you running when I called. I really wanted to explain this in person because I wanted you to be sure I could get across to you how great this idea is. Take a look at this guy, getting all serious in your old age, are you? What's this grand idea anyway, Leon? Don't you start with me, right hand, trying really hard here. See, I spent my whole life battling with myself, trying to become the greatest trainer. Then I saw how Callum grew so strong by competing against my little brother, Hop, and how much it made Hop grow too. It really proved to me how further you can go when battling against a proper rival. Now I've taken over running the league from Chairman Rose. I'm thinking I want to bring even more thrilling battles to our wonderful Galar region. So for this reason, I called you all here to tell you that. I declare the Galarian Star Tournament opened. The Galarian Star what? Does he ever drag a load of people into his nonsense? The Galarian Star Tournament will be an elimination tournament in multi-battle format. I want all year's period of the strongest pair out that you can think of. Then pull your power to work together to win your way through the tourney. Okay, so like in the first Galarian Star tournaments, we get a choice of 2 partners. We can either go with Hop or Marnie to begin with, and for every tournament we do, our gym leaders and our extra characters, including Leon, Dojo Mustard. But for now, we can choose either Hop or Marnie, and we will partner up with Hop to begin with. Okay, so we've got Milo and Nessa, Gordian Bay, Peony and Carbu, and question mark and question mark. Okay, so yeah, basically, this kind of works the same way as the actual tournament when you want to, become champion once again. Just that look to be matched up against the champion team in round 1, eh? Come on, Mike, don't tell me you're throwing in a towel already. Together, I bet we can sweep aside any opponent even if it is champion. You can say that again? In that case, I better really put my back into it and show off a little. Don't get too confident, mate. Me and my Pokemon come a lot stronger since the gym challenge. And yes, Hop does have the Zamazenta on his team. He has Corviknight, Zamazenta, and well, basically all of these gym leaders will use the same Pokemon in the tournament and the same Gigantamax, Dynamax. Your water's got the Pokemon all energised. I'll extinguish any flame that just crash your sparkling greenery. As you see, you can use all of your 6 Pokemon in this, so technically it's a 9v6 battle. Oh, and Double just got murdered. But you know what, I'm going to lower the volume down just a little bit because I think while we can chill out in these battles, I guess it's time to give the final feedback on what we've done on this playthrough. And I can tell you, I 100% enjoyed it. I enjoy Sword and Shield. Like I do think it has the better story compared to. Well, I guess the story's evenly matched, but like. You know, like the fact that the gym leader thing is an entire sport thing, that was quite cool in that. You know, it's like a nice little concept, you know. You know, the TMs and the TRs, they've been a vast improvement, you know, over. I mean, of course, not having to use HMs is always a godsend as well. And of course I found some new fan favourite Pokemon I like, you know. You know, that include, you know, Phalanx. You know, I like the idea of Calyrex. Calyrex is quite cool as well. Like I'm warming up to Urshifu. Urshifu's quite cool. like you know, the characters shined a lot in the story compared to, you know, other Pokemon games. Because, you know, they really put effort into, like, the characters themselves and that, you know, like, really good character development, really. I mean, Hop's a scientist now. You know, Marnie's now the gym leader of Spike. You know, Beads, you know, he's the successor to the fairy-type gym. You know, like Leon, you know, now the new head of the Pokemon League. And of course, like, you know, the characters weren't that boring, really. Like, they were all interested in that, and like, I mean, sure, the you know, sure, the chairman, you know, sure, the you know, Chairman Rose weren't the best villain. Well, but you know, it made, like, the other stuff made up for it. The you know, the rest of the characters did. I mean, just like the wild areas, you know, I thought the wild areas were small at first, but thanks to expansion passes and the fact that, you know, there's a lot more wild area to explore now. That's good. Like, the DLC was 2-in-1, so, you know, like, generous price. You know, you can't argue with a 2-for-1. Even if it weren't 2-for-1, that's still kind of £7 expansion. Well, if you see it like that, but still. And, you know, you definitely got your money's worth. And I'll tell you, like, when we did the DLC, I actually did enjoy the story of Crown Tundra more than I did the Isle of Armor. But however, I still believe in the fact that that the Crown Tundra is still a bit linear compared to, because, you know, the fact that you have to stay on a certain track, because whereas the Isle of Arm was a lot more open because you can traverse through the water. But the thing is, there wasn't a lot much to do when you travelled in the water in the Isle of Armor, really. So, you know, because, you know, that's kind of the balance there. Yeah, because that's the kind of balance. Yeah, because, you know, if you consider, like, I don't know if you guys think traveling in the water is linear, but if you do, then I guess it kind of balances itself out. But the fact that I was able to basically explore all of the Isle of Armor by traversing through the water first, whereas, you know, when you step into where the mission is, you know, go straight to the, you know, the max layer, you know, straight to freezing ton. like I don't mean to make linear like a bad time. I just meant as in, like like you couldn't cut corners round the to get around freezington and that. Like you basically had to stay on that path till you got to the spaces, and if the story's there, then you may as well go for the story. Whereas, like, sure, the dojo wasn't far from when you fought Carla the first time. Like, but still, like in my main game, I was able to travel around the entire island. I basically completed the island before I did any story. Whereas with the Crown Tundra, it was like, oh, the stuff's there while I'm exploring. I may as well do all the stuff there and then do my big exploration stuff. But then when you realise that, the path to the mountain's kind of straight up. It's not like you had to go around. There was just like one path to the mountain, and of course one path to the Dynamax tree. And of course, once you've got the checkpoints, you've got more of the exploration. But yeah, I did enjoy the DLC. I think enjoying it. I think the thrill of trying to capture legendaries. And also, the Crown Tundra is kind of a longer story as well. Whereas once you got Kubfu, like you just had to, it was just take Kubfu to these locations, level it up, and then of course you got the extra thing with Hop then, but still that. But still, I still think the story of Crown Tundra, was a slightly bit better than the Isle of Armors. Like, only because of the fact that it focused on the legendaries and also it kept you on a good track. And it wanted you to explore every bit of the island from top to toe because you had to go get the legendaries. And of course, it was nice how they utilised, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno by taking you back to, the Isle of Armor and the actual main game Dynamax area. I quite like the Dynamax system here. Like basically, it kind of gives Pokemon that couldn't become Mega, like the chance to look important in that. Like even though there's Gigantamax forms as well, which some were good designs of Gigantamax forms, and then you got Minecraft Elephants. Yeah, but I enjoyed every bit of the I like the new Pokemon. Some of them may have funny designs like the fossils, but then you realise the reason why the fossil Pokemon are funny, and he's like, oh yeah, they're cool. You know, like me main Pokemon highlights are Phalanx, Berserker I quite like Bolttown surprisingly. Basically a lot of good Pokemon designs we had. Even when it came to returning Pokemon, they kept most of the fan favourites in. They kept most of the fan favourites in. Like Flygon, Lucario, Aegislash. So, not having all the Pokemon did not come in vain, because, most of the ones people like are in the game. And I see nothing wrong with what happened, really. And we're doing good for time at the moment. I still think I think these recordings can be done nice and quickly. But yeah, and also don't forget anything I've mentioned or joked about with, or what we've chatted about or what we've done in this playthrough really gives you the fully completed final feedback of what I thought about this game and that. Yeah, so not just this final feedback you have to look on. It's basically the entire experience we've had of the episodes we've had. Like that's what completes me final feedback in that. And of course, I'm always looking forward to when the next Pokemon, the next opportunity of Pokemon arrives. You never know when they'll spring up another Pokemon game. you know, when Generation 9 appears and that. But yeah, until Generation 9 appears, you know, we've basically conquered all 8 regions.